All right, here from On Course, it's day one. All right, here from On Course, it's day one of competition. It's obviously day three of being out here in the dirt. Speaking of dirt, I'm just walking through some dust here as the really sweet looking Ford Bronco of Catherine and Victoria has just rolled in. Hi. How's it going? I'll let you get your signal done and then maybe we'll have a quick chat. So the goal here to be out here on stage, bring you some of the competition right up close, let you hear from some of our competitors, and see how their day's going. We've had a few come by already, and I'll tell you about those as well. We're in a really massive lake space here. Maybe some glacier slid through here for a couple million years ago or something and made this. We have a lot of really pretty mountains that look like you could just ride a motorcycle right over the top of. I love massive open spaces like this. I'm also a bit curious about some of our East Coast competitors and wondering if these massive vistas are confusing to them. Because coming from the East Coast, I'm used to just staring at trees all the time and not so good on my just looking around and navigating based on shapes of mountains. So which one of you would like to chat? Both of you, come on right on over. Now, how many years have you competed? Or
this is our rookie season.
You're both rookies. Yeah. You know my favorite thing about rookie teams?
What?
They love to talk.
Oh.
It's awesome. How's your? No, it's a good thing. How's your morning going? Who's navigating? You navigating? You've got the board there.
Yeah, I think we're doing pretty well.
Okay.
Actually, we've been going for the X's and we've found a few already. We got a little tripped up on one, but we found the right one. We're really excited. Well, I think we're right on time. We've got some more to hit, maybe 11 more today, but we're rocking and rolling.
So speaking of the X checkpoints, is your plan to continually sign up for the challenge of the X checkpoints today?
Yeah, we're going hardcore. This Ford Bronco is ready for action, and we're going to hit every X we can. We want maximum points.
Look at Catherine here. She's ready to rock. They're on top of it. I don't want to keep you too long. I know you've got work to do. Thanks for stopping and chatting with us. Thank you, Victoria, as well. Enjoy. Looks like a lot of fun piloting that cool new Bronco. I'm sure we've got a lot of fans out there that still haven't seen the full deal Bronco. That's what it looks like. I'm just going to casually meander over here to the green sign, and then I'm ready for our folks driving number 128 to chat with if they want to get out and have anything to say with us. So for those of you watching this little on-course hit, this will be about a half an hour piece. We're not going to be out here forever. We're going to catch who we catch, bring you a few updates as we can, and that'll be that. That's kind of the nature of these quick hit updates out here. Is this Beth or Holly?
Holly.
Hi, Holly.
Hi.
I'll let you do your business, and then maybe we chat real quick. I won't keep you long. It's a pretty sweet looking Toyota Tacoma there.
Yeah.
All done up.
It's all Beth.
You've got that nice camper on top, yet you get to set up a tent and go sleep in a tent. Come on over, Holly. So tell us how your morning's been.
It's been a real educational experience. We're rookies this year, so we're just kind of figuring everything out as we go. And we're struggling with the enduros. We really struggled yesterday, and we didn't stay on time today, but we learned a lot, and we feel like we're making a lot of progress. And anytime we get off course, we're able to find our way back on, so we're just feeling good about that.
I hear you. I know I've done some enduros in different situations, and they are confusing. And once you get lost or a little bit tripped up, it's hard to get back on. Is one of your strategies to make some friends that seem to look like they know what they're doing and see if they can help out?
I think so. And we did a lot of front end research from all the veterans of the rally, looking into their tips and tricks. But absolutely, I mean, the strategy is to make friends for the rally, but also just, for lifelong friendships. And I think that's one of the real benefits of the whole event.
Yeah, it's not by an accident. You don't trip and fall into this event. It takes a special person here to show up for this. Cool. We won't keep you any longer. Thank you, Holly. Good luck. Good luck today. All right. It's great seeing their smiling faces. They've been out there and then in the middle of the competition. I'm wondering if they're going to be smiling that much when they see some of the off-road challenges of the Southern Loop that they're going to be doing this afternoon. We'll find out at the end of the day. We've got another live show that's going to be broadcast 9 o'clock tonight after we've taped it at actually local time of 6 o'clock. A little bit of tape delay there for this early location here in Twin Springs Ranch, Nevada. But in the future, hopefully we're going to be proper live. So a couple other teams I've seen out here. Carrie, Team 204, Carrie and Laura came by in their Subaru with big smiles, proud of how they've used their Max Tracks already. They got a bit of a diagonal crossing through a wash and had a front tire and a rear tire off the ground and didn't hesitate to grab the Max Tracks and get themselves going again. They are also a rookie team, so they're just starting out with some big smiles this morning. And we talked to Melissa Fisher and Cora Jokinen, and they're in number 202. Melissa and Cora are in X-Cross this year. They've always been in four-wheel drive class in the past. They are in a Ford Bronco Sport. With the level of competition I've seen from them, they're definitely going to be using their experience to stay in the top of X-Cross. They should have a chance at being there in the top 3 of our 10 vehicle competition in X-Cross. That'll be fun. Melissa Fisher loved to give me a hard time. I don't remember why it was. Maybe I couldn't remember her name, but the first few years I always watched myself around her. I think she just loved to give me a snarl on purpose so I wouldn't bug her. Anyway, fun little backstory. Speaking of Melissa and Cora, they were she said they were moving along, doing great, but in the scramble they had put on each other's helmets and that was pretty funny. And then they named their Bronco Sport. They've named it Cody for reasons I'm not sure, but they like to name their vehicles. I think a lot of teams name their vehicles. Personally, I treat vehicles like a tool. Maybe that's just, I don't know, careless, but I feel like if I name it and get all sentimental about it, I'm not going to do my job sometimes. So you got to take liberties sometimes to get where you're going. All right, we've got another nice plume of dust here zooming in. We can see. Can we? I don't know if your lens will get us a shot that far out. But we've got another vehicle here zooming in. How's my, Colin, how's my wind noise? Are we okay on wind noise? You're like, A-okay, yes, you have a lot of wind noise? I gotcha. Just kidding. All right, 149. Let me do a quick look up of who that is on my sheet. Team. That's Nicole and Audrey in a 2018 Wrangler JLU. Are you Nicole or Audrey?
Audrey.
Hi, Audrey.
Hello.
How many times have you done the Rebelle?
It's my first time.
All right,
Rookie.
another rookie. How's your morning gone?
Fantastic. We went the complete wrong way on the Enduro and messed that up 100%. We turned around probably 3 or 4 times. Everybody at home probably was like, man, they're doing circles. They're totally lost. But we found our way back, got on Enduro, did the Enduro, finished it as we were supposed to, and we seem to be spot on all of our checkpoints so far. So hopefully we get some points today.
Hey, it's a process of learning, and it's a process of leaving things behind that didn't go as well as you wanted, right?
It's no big deal. That's what we're here for. So we're in it to finish it. So
I love it. Thanks for taking a minute. I'll let you do your business there and be on your merry way.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Awesome. So I've been trying to mark down who I talked to with my pen. I just don't have enough hands to do all that well. Okay. That's Nicole and Audrey stopped to chat with us. As we were talking about on the morning show, if you missed that, there are 2 loops today. There's the northern loop, and then the lower loop. The lower loop is much more technical driving, and it's in some trees and some more difficult navigation as well. The way it went was the rally sent some of the newer teams and the rookies on this northern loop first to help their brains get a bit warmed up before we just cast them right into some of the most technical driving challenges of the week. I say that quietly because we don't want them to know that. There's 144. Is that Elizabeth? No. All right, Liza and Sue. It's a pretty truck. So are you Liza or Sue?
I'm Lisa.
Lisa, sorry. You want to come chat with us for 2 seconds? It's Lisa from Team 144. Is that a pink skid plate?
Uh-huh.
You like pink?
Well, you know, it's a girl's truck. It's got to have something blingy, blingy, pink and pretty.
I'll tell you this, from coming up and approaching, I thought it looked mega cool. And I was like, I'm going to paint something on my truck that color. How's your morning gone?
We're really happy with everything we've done so far. So, yeah, it's been an awesome day.
Okay, cool.
And we're trying to make as much time as possible so we can go for the blacks on the second. So
We want you to have that time. You can be on your merry way. Thanks for taking a minute. Awesome. And you'll see we're going to interact with a little bit of drone footage and some stuff like that. And in fact, we're going to take this moment while no one's approaching to shoot to commercial. Thanks for joining us.
The Rebelle Rally is the longest competitive off-road navigation rally in the U.S. It is remote, unique, and extremely challenging. When we launched the Rebelle, we needed a robust, multifunction tracking system to serve as the backbone for course and safety operations. Unique to the Rebelle, it also has to interface directly with our real-time scoring system. The tracker must be reliable, durable, and never fail, combined with superior customer support. We chose Iridium-based YB tracking. It's the best product and the most experienced people. YB tracking has been a critical component of our safety and success since day one.
All right. Thank you, Colin. Colin and Adam over there at our nice Lexus attack vehicle. Right now, we're looking at a shot of car 126 with Brianna Johnson driving. I just chatted with Bree, and I helped train Bree actually in Ridgecrest, California a couple weeks ago. And I have a special message for Wes. Wes, your FJ's looking great, man. It is just day one, but it's looking great, and she says she's taking good care of it. Good times here. Talking to Brianna and Jen, they said they had a bit of a rough start, but are cleaning it right up. And I got to say, I've heard that from a lot of teams. And everybody's just getting in the flow today. It takes a lot. I mean, literally, where the navigator puts the pencil, that's the thin lead pencil that makes the right mark on the map. Some people have a system of their pencils and pens and stuff like that. And if Harry doesn't leave, I'm going to walk over and talk to Harry. He's our amazing on the start line interview piece of this show, as you'll know. Well-loved Mr. Harry Wagner there. I see a car approaching from the distance there. It's funny out here. So there are maps of different scales for the surround, and with a vast expanse like this, the map scale today is probably quite, I don't know how to say it, a high ratio, 1 in 250,000 or something like that. And we're going to talk more with Rochelle later on those map scales and how that differs. What we're trying to do is really ease you into all these details and not just bowl you over with too much information here on day one of competition. But essentially the map can make a big difference in how you understand and how you interpret it. And you have to keep in mind what the scale is of the map. And to be completely honest, I don't remember why I started talking about maps. Maybe something about the area we're in. The fun part of this intersection is that there's 3 or 4 ways in and out of it. And we've seen some cars show up, choose not to signal their tracker, drive one way, turn around, drive another way, stop and point their vehicle out that way and sit there for a while with their compass. And like everybody's just warming up, getting their program together here. We've got someone incoming here. I'll see if I can get a couple words out of them. This is Green Checkpoint number 7. If you're watching a YB Races, green number 7. Jim Hancock here is the main man monitoring the checkpoint. Jim, we might even come over and ask you to run us through your gear in a minute if you'll do that after. No way. After we see this team show up. And that's not a team. All right, that's part of our support crew. Yeah, you can see her actual license tag is Team 175, former competitor of the Rebelle there. I'll let that dust clear. And we do have a car. Oh, until we get another car, I have another interesting bit of information that I've never learned about how the teams signal their tracker. So when they stand there by the flag, signal their tracker, and stare at it for a while, what they're looking for is the last timestamp of the last time it sent a signal. They're looking at their watch, they're looking at the tracker, and when the tracker shows a timestamp for the last communication through the Iridium network, and that timestamp matches their watch, they know they've just sent a signal from here and they'll move along. But when you see them waiting, looking for the tracker to make its way through the satellite network, that's what they're looking for. They're looking at their watch and the last signal sent time there. Oh, Jim, why don't you show us now what you got while we wait for them to approach? Everyone loves coming to Jim's checkpoint. We've had a lot of rookies on this loop so far this morning. Some of the experienced Rebelles on the lower loop are going to see Jim and plan to come and bug him for some coffee before they move along. I don't know really how fast-paced today is, but Jim, what's your most important piece of kit sitting here?
Probably the stove for making coffee, hot water, tea and coffee. No, the most important is obviously the time clock and a piece of paper where we record every car that comes through, the time they come through as a backup for when we get back with their trackers. Mm-hmm. And so that's would be the most critical. You know, I got monoculars, we got music, we got batteries to charge everything that goes dead.
Cool.
You know,
I love your setup. It always looks so well organized, and mine just feels like an absolute pile. No, for me, that looks pretty organized.
Not organized. But normally you just sit out here all alone and wait for some, cool, adventuresome, badass women to come talk to you.
To come cruising
normally
through.
I'm alone until you guys come in and bring all of your entourage with you.
I think what happens, though, what we've heard is there's a little bit of flirting that might happen at times trying to get information out of Jim, and he is quite a stylish dude. I might flirt with him, too, if I was trying to get some info out of him.
But I'm a rock.
He's a rock. We're all rocks, essentially.
Mumbo Dogfish Banana Patch.
Here's your secret password.
That's when they ask me anything, that's it.
I love it. This is a good example. Stacy and Jess there, Toyota engineers driving a 19 Toyota Tacoma. We were out at training in Ridgecrest, and they were bouncing around in a borrowed Tacoma, a corporate Tacoma they borrowed. And I think it's Jess in there that works on the bump stops in the rear and how the suspension behaves when you've bottomed it out and what sort of stuff comes together there. Let's go see if we can sneak over here. Colin, just yell at me if Caleb and I get too far away. Yeah. Got Caleb on the Ronin here. Nicole Drion, been a photographer a while. And Harry says he's done his work today. He's been on camera enough today. He's just put his window up because we like being cheeky and playing around here between the staff. Harry, what have you seen interesting today?
Well, I've seen some really beautiful vistas, and I've seen a few of the competitors. We haven't managed to get the photograph of both at the same time yet. I think we're probably trying to figure it out just like the teams are out here today.
You would think with the land we're in that it's easy to find the beauty shots that you see on camera, and it's actually not. To get everything to line up at the right time is a little bit difficult. That's why we're carrying our pro photographers around, just trying to get this and cover the competition. Yeah, I think you backed up on purpose, Harry. I don't blame you. That's fine. We're going to see you later. Harry Wagner that carries our in-car, in lineup interviews for the start line in the mornings. Right now he's driving Richard around. getting some shots, or maybe he's driving Nicole around. You get the picture. Here comes a cool looking green Jeep. Oh, with the Ronin, you can't just aim it. You can't just pan over there, can you? Caleb's magic, but he's looking like he's a little bit of a passenger here if this camera's doing what it wants. Sweet. All right, 129 in a Jeep here. Oh, that's Nina and Tara Lynn. I'm still just learning what cars look like. Last year's winner, Tara Lynn, navigating there with Nina Barlow of Barlow Adventures. They are in a 4xe, so they are one of the electrified classes that we have here. And remember, the electrified have an hour and a half built into the middle of their day to go and charge at base camp. And I can't wait to show you the Renewable Innovations rig they have. The Mac S is the special one with the massive solar flower arrays that pull in sunlight, charge up batteries, and power the whole base camp. It's incredible now that we're running a base camp off of solar and batteries, and we do not have a bunch of rattly generators around. Our media team has a couple rattly generators that we mostly don't have to use there at base camp. The only thing there really is the refrigerated food truck. That thing's got a bit of noise it makes, but otherwise the campsite and the base camps are really quiet these days, and I love that. I think I was one of the first people. That's how maybe I realized I was getting a little bit older. I was just got really annoyed by a bunch of noise. Cool. Here's Verena and Tana in one of the Kias. If anyone hasn't noticed the new Kia logo, I think it looks really cool. It also doesn't easily say Kia. You have to kind of find Kia in that logo. One of our X-Cross cars. How's it going?
Nice off-roading experience.
Good. I want you to tell me in the microphone about it after you've signaled. Unless you're in a hurry.
Okay.
I'll walk over there. Let's go. We'll go talk to Verena. Okay.
Verena got her first off-roading experience.
Verena got her first off-roading experience in 3X.
Some spotting, and so we came down that canyon, then went around through the wash. Got a little high-sided, or high-centered. We got a tug from Rachel and Kristen Levy.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
Did you get the Max Tracks out?
I did. I got my Max Tracks off. I'm sorry they're not on the top of the vehicle. They are in the back.
You thought you'd be using those in the sand, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll go say hey to Verena really quick and then quit bugging you guys and let you move along. Verena, have you gotten yourself stuck already?
I did. I thought I could make it through, but what we didn't see on the other side was there was a little drop, and we kind of got high centered on that, so yeah.
But she's done amazing.
It's been really awesome. It's been fun.
Cool. That's part of the deal with the X-Cross cars. Sometimes you have to drive in a way to manufacture some of your own ground clearance. But with the all-wheel drive, these cars are mega capable. And it's fun watching them zoom around here. Now tell me, you guys are part of the electrified class. Are you going to go plug up and get some juice in that allowance in the middle of the day?
No, we're not. We are just going to continue on, and then we're going to charge overnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. We're going to keep up with how people handle their allotment of charge time, or if they choose to just continue on. It's all new technology, right? We don't know. Some manufacturers are using the electric boost to power the second drive wheels. Most, I believe, are just using kind of a hybrid system. And so if the electric is low, it just runs the petrol motor more, and they can get by when they've got a low battery. Low juice. But back to Renewable Innovations, we're going to show you the Mac S, they call it, the batteries inside, the technology, the way it's all hooked together. We've literally never been at a base camp and went to talk about power with the ground crew, and they're like, yeah, fine. I was like, can I run my microwave? He said, yeah. You got something you need to warm up, throw it in there, no problem. Little things like that used to literally shut down generators and cause us scrambling around, moving drop cords around and stuff. So it is so mega cool to have that kind of power here off grid. And it's kind of the way it's going. That accessibility for quiet power out in the field off grid is just getting more and more convenient overall. So Caleb, how are your arms doing? What do you think?
Oh, good.
Yeah? Colin, how long you want to stay out here? All right. If I saw another car coming in, we'd just shoot on over there and wait. Maybe we'll stand around another minute and see if somebody else zooms in. Maybe some comet will land right here. Actually, we stopped and looked at a lunar crater. I don't know why it's a lunar crater. I don't think it was a moon rock that hit us, but it happened a long time ago, and there's a massive swath of a hole in the ground. And we stopped and marveled about the topography around us. Maybe what size the crater was that went slamming into the ground that caused such a massive divot in the ground. I think that dust out there that we see is what people are getting stuck in, because when you see dust come up that big, then it's really soft. Sometimes visually, if you don't have a ton of experience driving off-road, the road surface just starts to look dustier than it did, and any like dark gravel goes away, and then suddenly you realize you're losing a little bit of speed, and you're giving it a little more throttle, and you're going a little less, you're losing speed the whole time. Then maybe, a little ditch comes up, you slow down, and you realize like, oh, I'm in some silt, and I'm stuck. So those kind of things happen. My technique for that usually is identify it early and put a tire on the outside edge, and the sooner you can identify, you can really focus on maintaining that momentum through the sand or dust. Yeah, it's like piles of dust. I think talking over all the quiet time out here maybe does it a bit of a disservice. Between the cars, you really get to get present to just how pretty it is out here. You just hear the winds blowing by. I could do without some wind on tonight's show, actually. See what you can do about that, Caleb. I'd love to not... couldn't hear anything last night, couldn't think. That was a lot of fun. A little bit of rain. Luckily, the rain wasn't too hard. It came and went. I think that might wind it up. You know what? I just want to say thanks. This is our first live show hit from the field. The wind is picking up, and that's going to impact our quality of the feed here anyway. So we're going to move along, get this sent up to you. And like I said, thanks for joining us. Welcome to day one of the Rebelle, middle of the day. Hopefully you've learned something about somebody you know here already. Follow us on YB Races. This is Matthew. Thanks.
Provide products that give you power, comfort, and convenience for the road ahead. Power means having a hot cup of coffee no matter where you are. Comfort is enjoying your trip. Convenience is having the tools you need when you need it. With Wagan Tech, you'll always be road ready.